welcome to CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA tournament. Today's game is between the Villanova Wildcats and the Duke Blue Devils. Ladies and gentlemen, the bracket. And of course, our starting lineup.
I know you join me in this, Gus. We're going to watch these two kids at the shooting guard position. They've been known to get it done.
And here's what the plan of attack is for either team in regards to tempo. So here we go.
Gus, having a little minute.
In the post. Shots up. He missed it.
They should look to push it now. A little woo-woo, Gus.
The Blue Devils set up into their 4-around-1 offense.
If you have a good post man, it's very tough to defend. Everything centers on him.
He can't get it to go.
Transition.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, thanks for joining us tonight. Gus Johnson here alongside Bill Raftery. And he can't get the bounce. Looking for a good shot. No. Tipped in.
What a great tip in. You've got to applaud that second effort.
On the outside. Shots up. Can't connect from the three-point line. Fires.
Squared up on the catch. Got his puppies in order.
James receives the ball. Top of the circle. Not this time.
Get out and fill.
They work it around the perimeter. And we have a change in possession here. How about a second time? Check out this layup.
How about the concentration at the tin, despite being banged in the paint?
Uncharacteristic mistake there by the senior. Off the mark.
They've got to fill the lanes now. Get out and fill, please.
James keeps it in and will head back down to the other end. How about the action so far, Coach? Some good postseason tournament action. I'm certain the people watching are enjoying this one. Neither team backing down at this point.
I'll tell you what makes the NCAA so special is the fact that it takes one bad night, and your season is over. It's going to be a shame that when the final horn sounds, one of these very competitive teams will be out, and their season will be over.
Dump it inside. Jump shot. He missed it. Pulls it in. James handles the pass. And he lays it up and in. Two minutes left on the game clock. Cross court. He shoots from the corner. He can't get it to go. Nice rebound. Fires the senior. This guy is really known as a power guy.
When he gets it down deep on the box, this kid can knock it down.
Top of the key. and he can't get the bounce.
How about that elevation?
We are at the 1-minute mark. Now they work it around the perimeter. He shoots from the corner with no luck. Rips it down. Out on the left wing. He shoots from the corner, but he misses his target. On the low block. Jump shot. Shots off.
He owns the window.
They're called for the foul. The bucket counts and one.
Boy, that's sticking your head in there and concentrating. Every coach likes a kid to take contact and still complete the play.
Your first year playing college basketball has to be exciting.
He is beginning his career as a student athlete, and that is a big deal.
Almost guaranteed points every time he steps to the line.
Gus, the kid's automatic from the free throw line.
They may have him in some trouble here, Red.
What a great trap, Gus. The defense is getting after it. Look at that block. Terrific reaction. Got it.
Stay tuned for the road to the Final Four. Let's take a look at our game summary to this point so far.
You can get a sense of the story of this game by looking at some of these numbers. Still lots of time to play, though. Anything can happen.
Here's a look at how both teams are doing with their keys to the game. Second half of play, coach, NCAA tournament. Doesn't get much bigger than this. Who's going to fight to ensure that they move on to the next round? The answer, just a moment.
One thing that separates who can march on and win 6 in a row from those who can't is the ability to handle pressure. The ability to play with poise and be able to finish games is extremely important.
In the lane, buries it. This guy is a complete player in the post.
They like his game because he can play with his back toward the basket and can shoot it from 12 to 15 feet.
Bad decision there by the freshman. He shoots from the deep corner. He buries it from downtown. He puts up the tray. He misses from beyond the arc.
Put a little English on it.
On the outside, heat check time from long range. Outside Jay won't go.
It's all about shot selection, Gus. It's so important to take good shots, and not necessarily the shot the defense wants you to take.
And we'll get a change of possession. This layup is definitely worth a second look.
Gotta make those, Gus. It's incredibly deflating when you don't.
Now they work it around the perimeter. We're at the 3-minute mark. He shoots from the corner. And it goes.
What a big-time shot.
Looking for a good shot. First team foul. The big fella scores it, and he's fouled. So an and one opportunity here.
Lazy D taking advantage of.
Doesn't get much better than this in NCAA tournament basketball. A close first half. Second half has been much the same. And Bill, I've got a hunch that it's going to come down to the final few possessions.
Hiccups. I think this is going right to the finish line. I think this game may come down to the last possession. These teams are competing and executing to a very high level. I mean, they're making every big shot. Both of these clubs.
Fires. No. Pulls down the rebound. Now they work it around the perimeter. He launches a three. He misses from long range. Proctor gets the pass. He throws up the shot. Shot's off.
Great inside control.
Two minutes left on the game clock. In the lane. There must be a lid on that goal, Bill. Nothing is falling for him.
You got to shoot it with confidence, and they're not. They're just throwing it.
Rejected. Foul on the play. Too aggressive on defense here. He winds up with the foul.
You always get your hand reaching in, you get in trouble.
Three shots. He gets it to go. He hits it. Gets it. James takes the pass. He shoots from the elbow. It's almost like there's a lid on the basket. They're having a tough time with these rims.
They can't get anything to drop. These guys have hit rock bottom. Their confidence at the moment couldn't be any lower.
He misses from downtown. Proctor takes the feed. He fires from long range. And another miss. They can't get anything to fall.
You know, they got to find a way to get some good looks and get something going to the 10.
Dixon handles the pass. He shoots from the top of the key. Out on the way. Good. He launches the bomb. He doesn't get the hoop. And we're back, ready to get things going again after the timeout. Dump it inside. He got it up and in. I'm pretty sure that they will continue to foul here, Coach.
And why not? Only choice. Some people dread this part of the game, Gus, where the losing team is fouling in order to stop the clock.
Foul, and that stops the clock again. And they continue to foul to stop the clock.
Good strategy.
And the foul will stop the clock momentarily. Coach, it's tough when almost everyone on the floor can knock down free throws.
As a coach, you've got to love it when your team can knock it down at such a high rate.
It's good. And after the timeout, we're all set to pick things up. Long lead pass. Lets it go. Misses from long range. And, of course, another foul as they try to remain close.
Not much else they can do.
With the free one. Makes the foul shot. Got it. And we're ready. And we're back. Gus Johnson along with Bill Raftery with you here, ready to inbound after the timeout. Way out on the right wing. He lets it go. And he is no good from downtown. Well, Bill, sometimes statistics lie, but in NCAA tournament basketball, I don't think they do. The better team won, and they're going on.
Well, when you take a close look at this victory, it came down to execution. We say it all the time, but these guys did a terrific job of getting stops at the defensive end and scores at the offensive end.
That's our coverage of NCAA basketball on CBS Sports. I'm Gus Johnson for Bill Raftery saying good night, and we'll see you next time. Welcome to CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA tournament. Today's game is between the DePaul Blue Demons and the Florida State Seminoles. And of course, fans, the ever so popular tournament bracket. And of course, our starting lineup.
Matchup at the guard position is really intriguing. Two skilled players who usually get the job done for their respective teams.
And while we have a moment, let's take a look at the keys for each of these teams today. The Seminoles get possession, and away we go. In the lane.
Squared up on the catch. Got his puppies in order.
The Blue Demons set up for a round one.
That's tough because guys can make shots and yet they can penetrate and kick.
I want to thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Gus Johnson, and joining me, the man with all of the insight, the Governor, Bill Raftery.
How about that elevation?
Rivera receives the ball. Shots up. Shots off. What a rebound. The Seminoles have controlled the tempo here.
Gotta love the way they've come out here and really focused on their game plan. They've done a good job making sure the game is being played at their pace.
A great job of moving the ball, Coach.
Thus, when you move the ball like that, you force the D to react, and which in turn gives the offense the upper hand.
This is what I call home court advantage. Crowd is on their feet. Tough place to play. Up and in. The Seminoles, and they're in their motion offense, working with 4 around 1.
Well, if you have a big guy that can find people, it really puts a lot of pressure on the D.
In the post. Ah, he got it up and in. We're at the 3-minute mark. He shoots from the corner. No luck from downtown. Jackson receives the pass. The Seminoles running their zone offense.
Now, this particular offense is extremely tough because they get into the high-low look.
Way out on the right wing. Jump shot. Nice bucket. And he can't get them out. Up and in. Ha ha! He was determined to get to the rim.
A nice job getting to the hole. A gutsy take. I like that mentality.
Davis handles the pass. In the lane. The sophomore.
When you can hit that mid-range shot, Gus, you put pressure on the D to guard you, honestly. A lot of guys can hit the 3 or a layup, but that mid-range jumper is challenging for a lot of guys.
We are at the 2-minute mark. In the post. We're at the midway point in the first half. And, Coach, this one is shaping up to be a good one.
Well, these two teams are showing us just how well they match up. With parity at an all-time high, you expect to see these type of games in the tournament. It's a shame that one of these clubs will be out when the final buzzer sounds.
In the lane. Off the mark. Pulls it in. Fires the freshman. The Seminoles now running the 4 around 1.
Must be alert on that defensive end because guys get pinned and they can step out and knock down the deep one.
Dump it inside. Turnover by the freshman. Here they go in transition. The Seminoles now running a zone offense.
The impact very similar to their man-to-man. They find the open guy.
On the left side. Dials up a long-range shot. The Seminoles in their 4 around 1 motion.
Dribble drive, the ability to understand when to put it on the deck and when to screen.
In the lane. He can't get it to go. Pulls down the board. On the outside. In the lane. Perfect. Watkins handles the feed. With no luck.
They've got to fill the lanes now. Get out and fill, please.
They work the perimeter. Foul on the play. Once again, a case of being too aggressive defensively.
There's nothing wrong with being aggressive, but you just got to know when to back off. With him in their lineup, they've got someone who's been there before. He has the experience to get through some tough situations. That experience on your roster is what helps many coaches sleep at night.
With the freebie. Makes the foul shot. Foul shot no good. The Seminoles running their zone offense.
Very effective because of the power on the glass. It opens up that opportunity for tips.
One half is in the books. Stay tuned for CBS at the half. take a moment to look at some team stats for both sides. Let's check in and take a look at how both sides are doing with the keys to the game. Bill, these kids have battled for one half. They've battled through an entire season in their conference tournaments. Now it's down to who wants it the most. I think we're about to find out.
What a shame, Gus. These teams are playing so well, and they're so well matched. I think it's going to come down to free throws and who can knock them down.
Pushes it.
Put a little English on it.
The Blue Demons are now getting set up for around one.
If you don't help out, they just kill you.
Benson turns the ball over. Pushing in transition. Thomas with the and the block. Benson receives the ball. Jump shot. He gets the shot to fall. The Seminoles set up for around one.
Gus, tough because guys can make shots and yet they can penetrate and kick.
Jackson receives the pass. Not this time. And he's fouled. Once again, a case of being too aggressive defensively.
There's nothing wrong with being aggressive. You just got to know when to back off.
Here's another solid junior build.
Juniors and seniors are such important pieces of any college team. Having experienced kids like him, it can really help coaches and reinforce team philosophies.
He gets it to go. Both free throws go. They've got him trapped now, Raph.
Look at that trap, Gus. They may have him.
Full court pass. He throws up the shot. He gets that one to fall. Davis handles the pass. Fires. The shot won't fall. 3 minutes left on the game clock. On the left side, he launches a three. He misses from long range. Now in transition, the Seminoles working, changing it up against the zone.
That's what makes them tough to defend. They understand how to take advantage of openings.
Benson gets the pass. Takes the medium-range jump shot. No. Davis handles the feed. He attempts the three.
That's how to stretch the defense, Gus. If you can make those, offensively your team becomes really difficult to guard.
And that's a jam. We are at the 2-minute mark. Raph, it's obvious that the tournament is very competitive this year. These two teams have showed that they belong. They played great in the first half, and now it's likely that this contest will go down to the wire.
God, this is a close one, Gus. I think the last few possessions are going to dictate who moves on and who goes home.
Turns it over. The Seminoles now looking to run their stuff against this zone.
And what they do is put it on the deck, creating a pinch, and then find the open guy.
Looking for a good shot. And he lays it up and in. Well, Raph, this could go down to the wire.
You've got to love these close ones, Gus. Every error is magnified and could be the difference between a win or a loss. Gus, you've got to love these tight ones. So much on the line here. One wrong move is all it takes. There's no room for error.
On the outside. No! Pulls down the board. Davis with the ball. The Seminoles running their zone offense.
This particular offense is extremely tough because they get into the high-low look.
Turnover. He'll want that one back. We've got a break in the action, folks. Stay tuned for more CBS Sports coverage of NCAA basketball. Out on the wing. He fires away. Outside J won't go.
It's all about shot selection, Gus. It's so important to take good shots, and not necessarily the shot the defense wants you to take.
How about a second time? Check out this layup.
How about the concentration at the 10, despite being banged in the paint?
The Seminoles set up into their 4-around-1 offense.
If you have a good post man, it's very tough to defend. Everything centers on him.
Foul, and that stops the clock again. They're set to throw it in from the side. And they continue to foul to stop the clock.
Good strategy.
They'll throw it in from the side. And, of course, another foul as they try to remain close.
Much else they can do.
And the foul will stop the clock momentarily. When he gets to the line, he knocks it down.
He values these looks, Gus. A good opportunity to put points on the board.
Gets it. Welcome back, and we're set to inbound after the timeout. The Blue Demons set up into their zone motion offense.
And this is difficult because they understand how to take advantage of mismatches.
Davis takes the pass. The Seminoles now running a zone offense.
The impact very similar to their man, the open guy.
Way out on the right wing. Coach, I think we saw a pretty good tournament game. Both teams competed hard, but that's the end of the season for one of these teams.
Well, the better team won because they protected the basketball. They made sure they converted on the free throw line. They did all of the little intangibles we consistently talk about. And that was the difference in this game.
Well, folks, that concludes our coverage of NCAA basketball on CBS Sports. I'm Gus Johnson for Bill Raftery. Good night. Welcome to CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA tournament. Today's game is between the San Diego State Aztecs and the Michigan Wolverines. To make it this far is an incredible accomplishment. Here's the practice. There's a look at the starting lineup.
As long as these 2 point guards are on the court, the ball is going to be in very good hands, Gus. These kids really know how to play.
Here's a look at how these teams plan on controlling the tempo. So here we go. Now they work it around the perimeter. Dials up a long-range shot, but he misses his target. Braswell receives the pass. He unloads the three. Thanks for joining us here on CBS Sports. Gus Johnson along with Bill Raftery. The Wolverines, and they're in their motion offense, working with 4 around 1.
Well, if you have a big guy that can find people, it really puts a lot of pressure on the D.
Baseline. He shoots from the corner. Off the mark.
Put a little English on it.
On the right side. Jump shot.
How about that, Gus?
In the post. Shots up. And he can't get the bounce. Pulls it in. They work it around the perimeter. The senior commits the turnover. Out on the left wing. He shoots from outside.
Squared up on the catch. Got his puppies in order.
3 minutes left on the game clock. They work the perimeter. Fires. Shots off. They're called for the foul. Once again, a case of being too aggressive defensively.
There's nothing wrong with being aggressive, but you just got to know when to back off.
This one is shaping up to be a beauty. We're about halfway through the first, and both teams are competing well.
I think both teams are executing well. Ultimately, it's going to come down to who is going to play tougher at the defensive end and rebound the ball.
Both free throws go. They work it into a double team in the post. Nice look.
Bam!
Boyd handles the pass. Looking for the bomb. No luck from downtown. Burnett receives the ball. We are at the 2-minute mark. Donaldson handles the feed from the corner.
How about this kid, huh?
He shoots from the corner. And no! Rips it down. Cross court. Jump shot. He can't get it to go.
Way to get up, big fella.
They work the perimeter. Fires. Shots off.
They should look to push it now. A little woo-woo, Gus.
Cross court. Jump shot. Got it. Under 1 minute remaining on the game clock. Timeout on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. More CBS Sports coverage after this. Welcome back, and we're set to inbound after the timeout. The senior. He puts up the tray. Rise and fire. No. Cleans the glass. They work it around the perimeter. He shoots from the corner. With no luck. Rakes it. Count it. Wolf is a player who can do it all on the low block.
He's got a variety of moves. Quick feet, great hands. What more do you need from a postman? Just a complete post-up player.
Not this time. One half is in the books. Stay tuned for the road to the Final Four. Here is a look at how the numbers stack up for each team here today. Let's check in and take a look at how both sides are doing with the keys to the game. All right, Bill, we're going into the second half. This could potentially be the last half of basketball for one of these teams. It's all at stake. It's time to leave everything out on the floor.
You know what I think is really impressive here tonight, Gus? Is the fact that both of these clubs are focused on each possession. The level of concentration is where you'd expect it to be during the tournament.
In the paint. First personal foul. Too aggressive on defense here. He lines up with the foul.
They always get your hand reaching in and get in trouble. Seniors are tough to come by these days. When you have a few of them on your roster, it really helps from a coaching standpoint. They know what's expected of them, and they're most likely to deliver.
Gets two at the charity stripe. A great trap initiated by the defense. Davis takes the pass. He missed it.
Get out and fill.
Jones gets the ball. Fires. Shots off.
Rebound and run.
On the wing. Careless mistake there. Here they go in transition. In the post. What do you think, Coach?
You and I both know they need a timeout here, Gus.
Cross court. He tries the three. It's good. On the right side. Heat check time from long range. Jones nails the trifecta. 3 minutes left on the game clock. Braswell handles the pass. Ball's going to stay down here. Let's take a second look at this three-pointer.
How about that? Defense is able to convert deep.
First half, both clubs shot the ball well, rebounded, and competed. Second half has been a completely different story.
The difference in play from the first half to now is night and day. What a change. They seemingly abandoned everything that worked in their favor in the first half. It's going to take something drastic for them to get back into this one.
Out on the wing. Jump shot. Off the mark. Takes the board. They work it around the perimeter. Fired. And he can't get the bounce. Give it here. Jones receives the pass. 2 minutes left on the game clock. On the left side. He shoots from the left of the circle.
Big time dagger.
Braswell receives the pass. Shots off. Takes the board. Jones receives the ball. He tries the three. Comes up empty from deep.
It's mine.
Boyd handles the feed. He launches the bomb.
Dagger.
Looking for a good shot. Well, Bill, it looks like they're going to spend a little time fouling right here.
Trying to stretch it out.
One minute left on the game clock. Let's check out our big matchup and see how they've been doing.
I've said it before, Gus. Numbers don't always give you the entire story, but they really help get you started.
5, and that stops the clock again. They're set to throw it in from the side. Donaldson gets the ball, and the foul will stop the clock momentarily. Offensively, they'll set up from the sideline.
Clock management, Gus, that's what it's all about now. Stopping the clock in order to get back into this game.
And they continue to foul to stop the clock.
Good strategy.
At the line. 6 it. Hits that. calls a timeout. Back with more in a moment. On the wing. He shoots from the deep corner. Misses from long range. Everyone on this squad is solid from the free throw line. Their team free throw percentage is pretty good.
You know it's always tough to play a team that can knock it down with consistency coming down the stretch.
It's good. The Wolverines seem like they want to take the defensive pressure to the next level.
Watch for some full court pressure, Gus. I'm curious to see how the pressure will be handled.
On the right side. He takes the three. And he can't hit the shot. Way out on the right wing. Called for the foul. The big fella scores it, and he's fouled. So an and-one opportunity here.
Lazy D taking advantage of.
Steps to the line in hopes of capping a three-point play.
Is that helpful?
Howard gets the pass. We've said it so many times, survive and advance. Well, one survived and will advance, the other one's going home.
Well, when you take a close look at this victory, it came down to execution. We say it all the time, but these guys did a terrific job of getting stops at the defensive end and scores at the offensive end.
All right, that's a wrap for my partner, Bill Raftery. I'm Gus Johnson, saying good night.